Hello class, this is your instructor for another video recording. In this video recording, we are going to continue on chapter 2 of our learning module, which is all about physical security. To continue on chapter 2, we have here now the types of perimeter barrier. So there are three that was stated there. First is the so-called fence, second walls, and then the last one is bodies of water. So let us try first talking about fences. So ano nga ba ang fences? So nandyan po, it says there a structure that encloses an area. So simply ito po yung mga bakod natin sa mga bakuran natin. Ito yung mga bagay or yung mga concrete na ini-install natin. If not concretes, mga steels na ini-employ natin dun sa mga gilid ng mga bakuran natin. Okay? Ano yung purpose natin dito? So usually, purpose natin is to avoid unauthorized entry para maiwasan yung pagpasok ng mga strangers sa mga properties natin or sa mga bahay-bahay natin. Okay, so yun. Tandaan po ninyo na magkaiba ang fence sa tinatawag nating walls. So bakit nga ba? So, ang tinatawag po natin, ang tinutukoy natin pag fence, yan po ay tinutukoy natin dyan is yung mga bakod. So, it is separated dun sa bahay natin, okay? Or separated dun sa building, okay? So, yun yung tinatawag natin na fences. Paano naman yung walls? So, simply yan yung corners ng ating mga kabahayan or corners ng ating mga buildings, okay? So, it is attached to the building, okay? Or attached to the house itself. So, yun yung wall na tinutukoy natin. Kapag sinabi nating fence, it is separated from the house actually. So, yun yung pagkakaiba ng dalawa. So, we have here some additional. It says there are alternatives to fencing include a ditch, okay? So, in some places, they uses this one instead of fences. So, yun, instead of using of solid fence and then full view fences, they are using that as an alternative. Okay, so here in our next slide, we are going to talk about the types of fences. So, first one, we have here the solid fences, and then the second one, the so-called full view fences. So, anong pagkakaiba ng dalawa? Simulan muna natin dito sa solid fence. So, dito sa solid fence, it denies visual access to the fencing. So, syempre, kasi nasabi natin solid. So, ibig sabihin, it is made usually of concretes. Okay? So, mga semento. So, yun, hindi makikita ng tao na nandun sa labas kung ano yung nandun sa loob. At hindi naman makikita ng nandun sa loob, ng tao na nandun sa loob, kung ano yung nandun sa labas. So, ano yung advantage natin dyan? Sabihin natin, ang in-install natin or ang ginamit natin na fence sa ating mga kabahayan ay solid fence. So, anong mangyari? So, kapag meron mang tao na nagbabalak ng masama against sa atin, hindi niya maoobserbahan kung ano yung itsura ng loob ng bahay natin. Okay? Hindi niya makikita, hindi niya mafamiliarize. So, yun, hindi niya makikita kung sino-sino yung mga nandun sa loob. Hindi niya maoobserbahan kung sino-sino yung mga bumibisita, kung sino yung nakatira doon sa loob. Okay? So, hindi na mapapansin yun. Yun yung isa sa advantages ng solid fences natin. Okay? So, yun, hindi rin niya maobserbahan yung mga ginagawa, kung ano yung ginagawa ng ating mga security guards dun sa loob. Kung saan ba siya nakapwesto lagi, saan ba siya nagmamanman. So, yun, hindi makikita nung perpetrator or ng intruder kung sakali. Okay, ano naman kaya yung disadvantage niyan? So, ang disadvantage niyan usually is hindi naman natin maoobserbahan kung sino-sino yung mga nagdadaan or nandun sa labas. Okay? So, hindi natin mapapansin, hindi natin namamalayan, meron palang nagmamanman or meron palang mga tao na tumatambay dun sa labas natin. So, hindi natin mapapansin yun kasi solid fence yung ginamit natin. So, yun yung disadvantage naman natin. Hindi natin maoobserbahan kung ano yung nangyari dun sa labas ng ating property. So, isa yun sa disadvantages. So, yun. So, ang mangyayari dyan, isa pa sa mga disadvantage ng solid fences is that it creates shadows which may be used by the intruder for cover and concealment. Okay? So, pwedeng magamit po ng isang perpetrator yan or intruder yung solid fences natin. Kasi, di ba, during at night, di ba, it creates shadows doon sa lugar na yon. Especially kapag mali yung positioning ng protective lighting natin. So, it creates shadows. So, pwedeng gamitin po yan ng perpetrator. Especially yung mga gumagamit ng black-colored clothes, usually na mga intruders, yun, pwede nilang gamitin as concealment nila or cover. Okay? Against security guards. Okay? Hindi mapapansin yan. So, ilan lamang po yan sa disadvantages ng solid fences natin. So now we are going to move on to the second type of fences, the so-called full view fence. So ito po na yung kabaliktaran naman po ng solid fence. Kung sa solid fence, it denies visual access. Dito naman sa full view fence, it permits visual access to the area. So yun, makikita po natin kung sino yung mga nasa labas na dumadaan, kung ano yung nangyayari dun sa labas ng ating area of responsibility. Kabaliktaran po niyan, ang mangyayari, mauobserbahan po tayo ng mga nandun naman sa labas. So, yun po yung isa sa disadvantage naman ng full view fence. So, meron po tayo dito. There are 3 kinds of full view fences. The chain link, barbed wire, and then the so-called concertina wire. Pero unahin po nating pagtuunan ng pansin ang chain link. So, what does it means or what are the characteristics or the standards in installation of a chain link? So, meron po dyan. It says there, it must be constructed of 7 feet material excluding the top guard. So, yan, parang kasing tangkad po ng isang basketballista. Okay? Or ni Yao Ming, mga 7 feet po yung taas ng ating chain link dapat na i-install. Okay? And then, excluding po yung top guard dyan. Kasi mapapansin nyo, ang top guard po na yan parang extension or additional protective measure. So, kapag isasama po natin yan, aabot na siguro ng 9 feet yung taas ng ating chain link or ng ating fences or yung taas ng ating fence na nailagay. Okay? So, yun po yung tinatawag natin na top guard, yung additional protective measure na dinadagdag dun sa chain link natin, or not only in chain link but in other type of fences also, dinalagyan din ng top guard. Okay, so yun para hindi madaling akyatin ng intruder. Okay, so yun, next one we have here, still on the standard of a chain link. Meron po dyan, it says there must be 9 gauges or heavier. So yung kapal po sana ng ating mga wires na gagamitin or yung chain link na i-install natin at least 9 gauges, okay? Or mas mabigat pa doon. Next one, the mesh openings are not to be longer than 2 inches per side. So at least hindi yung lawak po sana ng mga mesh openings natin hindi po lalagpas ng 2 inches. Okay? Kasi anong mangyayari kapag lalampas na yan ng 2 inches? Anong silbi niyan? So pwede pwede nilang gawin yan or madali nilang may pupuslit yung mga small items nila, di ba? Pwede nilang ilabas dun sa mga butas or dun sa openings ng ating chain link. So, mas maganda, it should not be more than 2 inches para hindi nila madaling mailabas yung mga small items na meron tayo dun sa establishments natin. Okay, so, should be twisted and barbed selvage at the top and bottom. Okay, as you can see in the picture. And then, must be securely fastened to rigid metal or reinforced concrete. Okay, so yun, anong silbi ng chain link natin na yan? Kung madali naman palang kapag hinila lang yan, hindi pala tight yung pagkaka-install niya. Okay, or it does not fasten to a rigid metal or reinforced concrete. So, madali yung masira, okay, ng intruder. Okay, so it should be attached or it should be fastened to a rigid metal or reinforced concrete. Kaya kung mapapansin nyo dyan sa picture, yung poste niya, it is well attached, diba? Meron din siya dyan sa not only, hindi lang poste yung meron siya, pati dun sa baba, naka-attach din, or dun sa taas, naka-attach din isang metal, okay? Naka-attach dun sa metal. Kaya at least para may braces din yung yung chain link natin para hindi madaling masira, okay? Or counter ng ating mga intruder, okay? And then, must reach within 2 inches of hard group paving, okay, as you can see in the picture. Kung soft ground yung napag-installan natin ng chain link natin, sabi dyan, it must reach below surface deep enough to compensate for shifting soil or sand, as you can see in the picture. So yun, as much as possible, kung soft ground yung location ng ating area or kung saan natin na-install yung chain link natin, mas maganda, ibaon natin yan. At least, sabi dyan, deep enough. So, walang standard na number dyan or meters kung gaano ka lalim yung pagbabaunan natin. At least, sabi dyan, deep enough to compensate for shifting soil or sand para hindi yan madaling mapasok. Hukayan lang nila yan. Pwede pa rin silang makadaan yung mga intruder natin. Okay, so yun yung mga standards in installation of a chain link. So, next one, we have here the so-called barbed wire. still under the kinds of full view fence. So meron po tayo dito, standard barbed wire is twisted double strand. So usually it is composed of 2 wires. And then 12 gauge wire yung kakapal nila. Okay, with a 4-point barb spaces in an equal distance apart. Okay, so yun yung standard barbed wire na meron tayo. Okay, usually na in-install as a security fence or fences na meron tayo. Okay, and then sabi naman dyan, the next one, it should not be less than 7 feet high excluding the top guard. So same installation as with the chain link. Okay, so parang ano rin, kasing tangkad or yung height ng pagkaka-install din, at least 7 feet. Tandaan po ninyo yan. So standard, yan po yung standard. And then meron tayo dito, must be firmly affixed to post not more than 6 feet apart. So yung layo po ng poste niya, hindi lalagpas sana ng 6 feet. Okay? So yung poste niya, from here, okay, from the first post to the second post, 6 feet dapat yung, at least 6 feet yung or maximum ng 6 feet yung layo niya. Hindi sana lalagpas yun. So, yun yung standard installation of barbed wires. Okay? So, next one, the distance between the strands must not exceed 6 inches. So, yun yung tusok-tusok niya. Okay? So, yung mga strands niya at least 6 inches or hindi lalagpas ng 6 inches yung layo niya. Kasi ano yan, anong mangyari? Pwedeng hawakan pa rin yan ng ano, para maiwasan natin na yan ay mahawakan or hawak-hawakan ng ating mga intruder. So, yun, at least kapag hindi masyadong magkakalayo yung stance niya, kapag hahawakan niya yan, matutusok at matutusok yung kamay niya. Okay? So, at least one wire will be interlaced vertically and midway between posts. So, lastly, we have here now the so-called concertina wire. So, it says there standard concertina barbed wire is commercially manufactured wire coil of high-strength steel barbed wire clipped together at intervals to form a cylinder. Okay, so it is a cylindrical form itong concertina wire. Bakit kaya ganyan yung formation niya? So, aside from that, open concertina wire is 50 feet long and then 3 feet in diameter. So, yung size niya, usually, yung standard size niya is 50 feet and then yung bilog niya or yung pagkaka-cylindrical form niya, yung diameter niya is 3 feet yung kalawak niya. Okay, so bakit kaya ganyan yung construction or form ng concertina wire natin? Okay, it's because yan is purposely for temporary usage only. So, temporary installation lang yan. Unlike dun sa kanina, yung barbed wire, it's more on semi-temporary yung pagkaka-construct niyan or yung purpose niyan. Okay? So, yun sa chain link, yun yung para sa permanent usage. Okay? Permanent installation. Yung chain link, tandaan niyo for permanent usage, okay, or permanent installation. Yung sa barbed wire, it is for semi-permanent, okay, installation. And then for concertina wire, it is only for temporary. So, ginagamit yan usually for crowd control. Okay? Sa mga protesta, ginagamit yan para i-limit yung mga area kung saan tatayo or kung saan yung limit ng area kung hanggang saan lang yung pwedeng puntahan ng mga tao na nagrarally. Okay, parang ganon. Ginagamit din ito usually sa mga military barracks. Ayan, para at least ma-deter nila na makapasok yung mga kalaban nila agad-agad. So, that is only for temporary usage. So, okay, pwede nilang tanggalin yan anytime. Unlike dun sa barbed wire and dun sa chain link, yung installation po niya permanent and then semi-permanent. Okay, so that is what we so-called, or those are the 3 kinds of full view fences. So, ano nga ba yung advantages and disadvantages naman ng fences? So, simply, sabi dyan, moving patrols and stationary guards are available or able to keep area surrounding of the installation under observation. So, yun, makikita ng mga security guards natin or mga guards natin on patrol kung ano yung mga nangyayari doon sa labas. Okay? Maobserbahan nila kung meron bang nagmamanman ng mga kriminal doon sa labas ng ating establishment. Okay? And then the second one, does not create shadows which would provide cover and concealment for the intruder. So, ito naman yung isa sa advantage pa niya. Unlike dun sa solid fence na pwedeng mag-create ng mga shadows, especially kapag mali yung positioning ng poste natin or ng mga ilaw natin, then it creates a shadow na pwedeng gamitin ng intruder natin. Yun yung tinanggal ng full view fence. So, wala nang shadows na nakikreate or napuprovide. So, now let us proceed to the disadvantages of full view fences. meron pa tayo dyan, it allows visual access to the installation. So, makikita ng intruder ang mga nangyayari doon sa loob, okay? Makikita niya kung ano yung ginagawa ng security guard, kung paano ba yung pagpapatrol niya, mauobserbahan niya, okay? So, makakapisado niya kung ano yung mga pinaggagawa ng ating security guards na nagbabantay sa loob. And then, next one, it allows the intruders to become familiar with the movement and the time schedule of the guard patrols thereafter. So, lahat ng activities ng mga nandun sa loob, especially our security guards, mamamanmanan ng intruder natin, okay? So, yun yung mga advantages and disadvantages naman ng full view fences. Now, let us move on to the minimum acceptable requirements for fence used as a security barriers. Okay? So, number 1 po dyan, para sa height. Okay? Height ng ating security fences. So, at least, sabi dyan, at least 7 feet at a minimum. Okay? So, yun, in some places or in some countries, ang standard po nila ay 8 feet. Bakit kaya ganon? Especially in Western countries. So, it's because of, yun, mas matatangkad or mas malalaki yung mga tao doon. Okay? Kaya 8 feet yung standard nila for their fences. Pero tayo dito sa Pilipinas, at least 7 feet at a minimum yung height ng ating fences. Okay? So, second one, the requirement for slack at the bottom. Okay? So, not to exceed 2 inches. If the fences are not tight, then it should extend even closer to the ground. Okay? So, dun sa ano natin, yung sa may bandang the distance between the ground and then dun sa fence natin. So, at least, especially in full view fences. Okay? So, yun, at least 2 inches man lang yung lawak niya or yung distance niya from the ground. Huwag sanang lalagpas. Okay? Not to exceed 2 inches. Bakit kaya? Mas madaling pasukin yan kapag ganun, it exceeds 2 inches. Okay? So, in order for us to avoid easy access of intruders, at least it should not exceed 2 inches. Okay? So, yan po yung sa number 2. And then for the third one, wooden fence post, minimal horizontal dimension of 4 by 4 inches. So, hindi po pwede na 2 by 2 inches yung gamitin natin na poste ng ating fences. So, napakadaling masira po niyan. So, at least, minimum po 4 by 4. Okay? 4 by 4 inches yung laki. Okay? Or yung dimension ng ating kahoy na gagamitin, okay, as a post ng ating fences. And then for steel fences, at least 2 inches at a smallest diameter. So, pinakaano naman po dyan, suggested dyan is round type, okay, hindi po square type na steel fence post. So, round type steel fence post, and then yung diameter niya, it should be 2 inches, okay, yung bilog, yung kalawak niya, 2 inches, yung minimum. So, that is for number 4. Number 5, fence post. It says there it should be set in a concrete or in a firm soil using commercial drive anchors to a depth of 3 feet. At the maximum distance post is 10 feet. Okay, so yun. Yung ano naman dyan, na-mention dyan, at least may bound natin. Okay, may bound naman natin. Deep enough yung fence post natin. Okay, and then at least gamitan din natin ng concretes. Okay, kung hindi man, at least yung soil na kung saan nakabound yung fence post natin, kung kaya naman ng soil, then okay lang. Pero kapag mas maganda, gamitan natin ng concrete. Okay, sa mga poste ng ating fence post. So, with that, at least 3 feet yung kalalim. Okay? Pwede na sigurong foundation yon ng ating poste. Okay? Para ma-secure natin. And then, with that, yung distance naman ng fence post natin from another post, okay? Fence post, at least 10 feet. Okay? Hindi lalagpas po sana yan ng 10 feet. So, maximum pa yan, ha? So, mas maganda kung mas mababa, mas maganda. At least 6 feet. Ganun, okay pa yun na fence post or distance ng fence post natin from other fence post. Okay? And then, meron naman tayo dito yung fence top or yung tinatawag nila na top guard. Okay? The arm holding the barbed wire should be extended at a 45 degrees. Okay? Mapapansin nyo yan sa picture. Wherein, naka 45 degree angle po yung top guard natin. Okay? Bakit kaya ganyan? Okay? Para at least, hindi magawa nung intruder or hindi madali sa intruder, mahihirapan yung intruder na akyatin yung ating bakod. Kasi, imagine na lang, wala yung natin, barbed wire or top guard natin na yan. Madaling maakyat yan, di ba? Madaling makapasok pa rin dyan ang intruder. So, yun, additional security measures po dyan ay yung tinatawag natin na top guard. Okay? And take note, it should be angled into 45 degrees. And in fence area, sabi dyan, it should be declared trees and vegetation and debris of other materials which would offer concealment of the intruder or would aim him in scaling the fence. So yun, yung mga puno sana na nandun or malapit dun sa fences natin, as much as possible, maklear po yun. Okay? Iwasan po natin na merong puno na nandun. Kasi anong silbi na meron tayong top guard, okay? 7 feet naman yung height ng ating fence, pero merong mga puno doon. Pwede nilang gamitin yon, naakyatin, and then yun yung gagamitin para makapasok sa ating area of responsibility. Okay? So, matanggal yung mga yun. Any other things na pwede lang magamit, okay? In order para makapasok sa ating area of responsibility. Okay? And then, meron po tayo fence gates naman. Sabi dyan, gates should be limited to the number necessary for efficient and sage operation of the installation. Okay? Or sage, pag sinabi nating sage, judicious or wise operation of the installation. So, yun, at least, wag madaming wag naman sobra-sobrang gate ang ating sobra-sobra ang daming pwedeng pasukan. So at least limited. Kung yung area naman natin is medyo masikip diyan or medyo lang naman yung area natin, hindi masyadong malawak, then at least one gate will be enough. Okay? That would be used as an entrance and exit. So at least control natin or ma-monitor na lang na talaga natin kung sino yung mga pumapasok and then naglalabas doon sa area natin. So, yun, mas malawak yung area natin. Sige, pwede, dagdagan natin ng isa pang gate. So, yun, yung isa, gamitin natin as entry and then yung isa, pwede natin gamitin as exit. Parang ganon. Or kung hindi man, it depends upon the practicality. Okay? Practical applications. Okay? In that or in our area. Okay? So, that is for our fence gates. And then, fence opening, nandyan naman. All opening in the fence in excess of 96 inches must be locked, barbed wire or screen in such a way that they may be interlocked and opened from the inside and only by selected personnel. Okay, so let us try also to lock our fence openings. Okay, so lagyan natin ng parang dyan sa picture. Okay, nang ma-observe natin dyan sa picture na meron tayo. Okay, that is to avoid easy access of intruders sa ating area also. And then malimit natin. So yun, hindi rin obserbahan din natin na yung locks natin na kapaloob, okay? Para dun sa loob yung pagbubuksan, hindi dun sa labas. Okay? Para hindi meron yung mga intruders kasi na alam nila kung paano buksan ang mga locks natin, kung paano pick ang mga locks natin. So, yun, para maiwasan, at least paloob yung locks na i-install natin, okay, in our fence openings, okay? So, now we have here number 10. If you are going to install multiple fences, then it should be at least 10 feet apart, okay? And then, the overhang on the top of the inner fence should be pointed inward naman. Okay, so that is all about the minimum acceptable requirements for fence use as a security barriers.